back to Foster Fries. He was three things that are really important: a Christian billionaire boomer. And all of these things are equally important to understand what's going on in America today. He believed Jesus, a free market, and hard work was the only way to save America. And he decided to spend his money, hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars of it, paying for missionaries to spread his weird mashup of capitalistic prosperity gospel Christian nationalism to everyone in America he could get his hands on.
I'm in step with what God would have me be. Why would anyone want to be a socialist to have all this free stuff when if you have an economy that you can earn your way? Envy used to be sin. Now it's embedded in the very fabric of our government where people are entitled to everything, and you're not going to be limited to what you can buy. You look at welfare. Well, welfare, you can't make $100,000 a year in welfare. But if you go out and work hard and get a job, you can become a foster-friess. Don't take the bait, kids. Socialism sucks. Don't take the bait. And so this guy, Charlie Kirk, sees me in a stairwell wearing my deerskin jacket, and he tells me what he wants to do. I said, well, this guy's 18 years old, and he has this vision of what he wants to do. I like this guy. What Turning Point means to me is these young people love America. We're people on the left. I don't think they really think about all this investment that soldiers and died and sailors had died and all these people that made our country what it is. But the Turning people, they get it.
A guy, a legend about, this organization that I wanted to start, Turning Point USA, and he took me so seriously. And he wrote me a $10,000 check. And that was like the seed funding. It wasn't shares. It wasn't like equity. It was just a donation because we were 501c3. And it might as well have been $100 million, right? It finally was enough for me to be able to start a website, to have gas in the car. And then from there, the journey just started, and he became a bigger and bigger donor.
That's how you should. By the way, this is my other problem with death penalty. It takes too long, too many appeals. Expensive. It should be public. It should be quick. It should be televised.
Well, this can't be right, can it? The last execution in France was guillotine in 1977.
100% true. They used the guillotine.
Until 77?
Yeah.
That's so cool.
There's videotape of it.
Honestly, that's like what we should be doing. And I agree. It should be public and public square.
By the way, you could fund the government
kids to watch it.
You could have brought to you by Coca-Cola. And no, I'm not kidding. By the way, I would totally tune in to see some pedo get their head chopped off. Convicted by a jury.
By the way,
that's going to get.
No, I'm talking about a real thing. I'm not talking
all
about
executions in Belarus are by firearm. That's not a choice or anything.
Andrew's saying don't make kids watch it, and I think the absolute
I think
opposite.
At a certain age, it's an initiation.
16, if you can drive, you can watch it.
No, but hold on.
Not even 16.
If all of a sudden you look at some of these savages, like in Indiana, there was this guy that went in and killed a pregnant woman and her 3 kids.
Yeah.
And you know what? I want to watch that execution. That'll make my day better. I want to see him on a public block and get him be publicly executed. And I think that would be justice. You think children should have, you should see it? What is the age? At what age should you start to see public executions?
16.
I think you could do it earlier. I think you maybe at age 12,
whenever
6th grade or so.
Foster Fries is integral to the origin story of Turning Point USA, of Charlie Kirk, and of where we are today. And he has said in his own words that he fell in love with what Charlie was doing because Charlie was opposing MoveOn.org. But what the actual fuck? Why would anyone oppose immigrants' rights, healthcare, helping people? Because he's a Christian billionaire boomer. Many conservative Christian Republican boomer donors like Fries were shaped by a worldview where Christianity, capitalism, and American identity were fused into one sacred package. Anything that challenged even one piece of that triangle, Christianity, capitalism, and American identity, was a threat to all three in their minds. Foster Fries especially hated socialism with a passion and saw it as a direct attack on Christianity and the Christian nation that he thought America was supposed to be.